Okay, welcome back. In my last video, I discussed the business of how to find yourself. And one of the most important aspects of implementing a change, and oh, you've got to. For some people, finding themselves is like an epiphany experience. It actually blows their mind when they see what incredible stuff they possess, when it's been revealed, their talent or the potential development of talent. Oh, it's amazing. A lot of times people don't get it right away, but in the course of a little bit of time, it starts to sink in. Like, wow, I'm worth something here, and you begin to implement in your life some changes, and it's very important that when those changes happen, that you learn the meaning of the word boundary, and that's what I want to talk about basically right now. Why? Because you don't have to leave the neighborhood to find yourself. You don't have to dump all your traditions, and you don't have to uh, as many people do, run away and think that the grass is going to be greener somewhere else. It's really not. It's going to be greener where you are, but you have to implement some changes in your life. And who are you going to implement those changes with? Well, with family, friends, employers, and other social settings that you find yourself drawn to regularly. And where is the strongest need for the setting of certain boundaries in your life? Hmm. And it's something that you have to learn how to do. It's going to be among those people in your life who are consistently negative, critical, nitpicking, because oftentimes that is a kind of controlling, overpowering, subtle form of coercion to keep you under lock and key, emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, all those things. This is not coming from a place of being for giving, it's coming from a place of being for getting. And the first thing they forget is you. And you get to serve them. That's what you get. And when you begin to discover and find out who you are, you're going to start setting boundaries, not out of anger, negativity, or copying that style, but you're going to deal with the negative and critical and nitpicking people in your life. I don't care who they are. And you're going to draw certain lines, and you're going to make it clear that when you step over a certain line, you've crossed a boundary, and you're going to be able to stand up for yourself once you've discovered and found yourself. So before we get into the subject, let's keep this in mind. Dealing with close relatives who are consistently negative, critical, and nitpicking, it's going to be essential to set clear emotional boundaries. And that's basically how you choose to feel. And when you find yourself being pushed into reactive place, a place of abuse, a place where you feel put down or you feel criticized or humbled or subordinated, You're going to learn to set clear emotional boundaries and to manage your expectations. This is very important because your expectations will not be realized right away. So with consistency, you will begin to see your expectations start to unfold. And you need to protect your inner peace. This is very stoic, but it's very important to protect your inner peace without escalating the conflict. And that's how you deal, essentially, with negative and critical people that are in your life. And now we're going to work on each one of those areas more specifically. So I want you to visualize a boundary between their words and your self-worth. You use phrases like, I hear your concern, but I'm choosing a different path. Or, let's agree to disagree on this. That's an old standard. Tried and true. We have to learn how to detach without necessarily disconnecting. We need to learn how to remain present without being emotionally entangled. Boy, talk about a big one. That was a big one for me. It really took a lot of years, and I'm still, in many ways, in an uphill climb when it comes to that. How do we remain present but without being emotionally entangled? This is called detached compassion. You get that in the medical world, pretty much. People are trained for that. So we stay calm and grounded when they criticize. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. We don't match their energy. We anchor our own. See, that's the first, when you want to set the first boundary you set isn't for them. The first boundary you're going to set is for yourself. And the boundary is, I am not going to respond in kind to negativity. Oh no. I had to teach my inmates this at Folsom, but I think they already knew. And then the second thing, or the third thing you need to remember after boundaries, and then detaching with this, without disconnecting, don't try to fix or convert them. See, your focus is now not on them, whether they understand. The focus is on you, whether you understand. See, trying to change a critical person is going to backfire. Often. You don't change a critical person. Abigail Brenner notes, the more you try to fix them, the more they demand from you. Some people are very hip to that little game we play. So instead, accept their limitations, accept it, and focus on managing your own response. That's what you do. Yes. Then you need to be able to name the impact. That's if it's safe. You have to be careful with this one. If the relationship allows, gently express how their words affect you. So you say, when you say things like that, it makes me feel small, or I feel small when you say things like that. Be soft about it. Be kind about it. I tend to get in your face. Oh, when you say things like that, it makes me feel small. Damn it. No. It's taken a lot for me to learn. I'd love to feel supported by you, not judged. See, we have to be what it is we would like to see from other people. We have to represent what it is, what we hope to receive from other people. In a sense, it's kind of like training. We train them. But that's where personal change takes place. That's where self-value takes place. That's where high-value personhood begins to manifest itself. We then have to use, and there are going to be times when you must consider the use of strategic withdrawal. If things escalate, you need to learn how to excuse yourself. See, our tendency is to want to stay in and kind of duke it out. But that generally does not result in success. It results in an escalation of intensity and eventually ears shut down, and yelling back and forth at each other is nothing more than a situation of mutual abuse. You need to be able to say, I need a moment, and learn how to step away. There's nothing weak about that. In fact, that's a very strong thing to do. I need to step away. I need a moment. Let's talk later when we're both calm. See, this is not rocket science. This is good communication skills. You're not abandoning them. You're protecting your peace. That's more important than anything else. Then, very important, we need to learn how to redirect or deflect. You change the subject with grace. You might say something like, let's talk about something lighter. Or, hey, have you seen that new film? Excuse me. Have you seen that new film? A little humor. A little humor takes the fuse out of it. Well, I guess I'm just a lovable mess today. And then what we need to do, more important, I think, because you don't want to go this one alone, you need to build a supportive inner circle. Surround yourself with people who affirm your worth. Let their voices be louder in your heart than the critics. And so let's leave with this thought. Being related doesn't mean being obliged to suffer. You can honor the connection without sacrificing your dignity. And as one article puts it, you don't have to sit and stew in their misery. You can choose peace. And I would strongly urge you to do that. Because without choosing peace, no matter what you do to discover yourself, be meaningless. So with that, I say, go in peace.